today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading him out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Fields on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Justin Houston who got him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On play action, Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now, Fields. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Calais Campbell on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Cohen gets it again on second.
One play at a time. Here we go.
Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Patrick Queen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Back to throw. Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20.
You like this?
Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields.
This is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Don't you do that.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Jackson, and it's a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Fields
steps away to his left. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
off play action. Fields
going up top. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields.
And it'll be intercepted.
Poked on by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The drive will start with an option going left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go. I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone, and they hit him for the completion for the first down.
Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Why did they call that on?
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone, you get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. The Bears pick it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's been fun to watch run. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now a first down throw, Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields.
On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And one more time, that's Watkins.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Fields now to throw.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Again, Fields. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Santos now to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one. But sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver. No grounding, nothing like that. But no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Fields.
They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw. Fields forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On on first down. It's Cohen, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.